Morning folks, it's a misty, slightly damp October morning and I'm off for my morning run. So we visited an awful lot of the villages in Cheshire, but not all of them. I would really like to have had a run in every village in Cheshire so that we can give you a pretty comprehensive map of places to visit. So today I'm going to chalk another one off the list and we're heading out to a little village near Northwich. So this is Lach Dennis. It's just a tiny little place really. Quite a busy road, but there's paths heading off it. Should we go and explore? Let's start by pointing out the pub. Here's the Cheshire Grill. I remember it as the Duke of Portland, and I believe before that it was called the Farmer's Arms. Anyway, you might want to pop in here for a bite to eat after your walk or run. Anyway, we're going to head up the street here. Up past where I parked, there are two places to park, one next to the post box and then a little lay-by which is directly opposite the footpath we're going to start from. Almost as soon as you set off on that footpath, the noise just falls away. We're out into the countryside here, it's just beautiful Cheshire countryside. There's more going on here though than just fields. The first thing I spot is this team from Innovin who look to be digging a borehole, I think. This part of Cheshire sits right on top of the old Northwich salt field where the brine has been extracted for centuries. It's strange to think that beneath these quiet fields lie vast layers of salt and old brine caverns, some natural, some man-made, stretching for miles under the Cheshire plain. In the next field, you start to see the remainders of that history, pipes and valves rising out of the grass. They're not random farm fittings, they're part of a network of monitoring and venting points that keep an eye on the ground movement and the gas pressure from past brine works. It's all open fields here, but clearly there's stuff happening below our feet. And my guess, this is from the brine extraction, because of course the soda ash plant over at Northwich is just over there. We've run past it before. It's a reminder that this peaceful landscape has an industrial heartbeat deep below the surface, a hidden legacy of the salt that shaped so much of this region's story. It's not immediately obvious where you go from here, but according to my map, it's straight on here. Style's seen better days. I think I'll climb the gate. Straight on here We're into a little lane where we turn left and then immediately right on another short stretch of footpath. Well, they've done a nice job here. Let's stand back and admire it for a moment. They've done a lovely job of clipping this very prickly holly hedge. It's all lovely and flat on the sides. It's lovely and flat on the top. However, this is the footpath. And this stuff, I'm guessing, is pretty darn prickly. Can I get through? Perhaps I ought to bring, you know, secateurs or something with me on these runs, so I can do my bit for the local walkers. I think I can get through here. If you follow my footsteps, perhaps you want to trim it back? Probably by the time you get here, they will have already trimmed it. If you don't fancy the prickles, just carry on straight on down that lane and take the next turning on the right, which will bring you to exactly the same place. We cross Crow Brook, which flows south to join the River Dane, and then the Weaver, part of the network of streams that once served Cheshire's salt works. Not too much further to our turn off, just before the farm on the left. There's a path on the right. So far we've been heading roughly north, away from the village, but it's time now to turn east, and I thought it was a good moment to get out the drone. As we look across the Cheshire countryside, we can see out towards Lower Peaver and, of course, Lach Dennis. And looking in the other direction, you can see the salt works at Northwich, which of course we've visited before. Okay, so straight on here, eventually we meet a farm and then head off to our right. I don't want to trample the farmer's crops, whatever he's got in, but the footpath is right there. So far I've headed up the left hand side and in where the tractor's been, but I think I need to go straight that way
I suppose if people walk this way, it'll make a natural track over time.
Crossing the fields, I come across a pumping station, old tanks, a tanker topping up, valves clearly in use. What you're seeing is part of a deep legacy. Beneath these quiet Cheshire fields lie brine wells and salt cavities that have been worked, monitored and managed for more than a century. Brine is circulated into or out of the underground chambers north of Lach Dennis as part of both extraction and cavity maintenance operations. It's industrial history hidden right underneath our feet.
Okay, so at Cape of Good Hope Farm, we're going to turn right down the lane here. Just note this path here. If you follow that, it'll take you through to Plumley, where we've visited before, of course. Okay, so I'm 2 miles in now, and if you're looking for something a little bit shorter, if you're walking, you could just turn right here on Common Lane, is it? Yeah, Common Lane. Take a right, and that takes you straight back into Lach Dennis. It's 1.25 miles. Me, I'm going to turn in the opposite direction because there's a path just up here which takes us there via Hulme Hall. So is it in the field? Or is it down the drive? Not at all clear.
It is in fact down the track, past the house. It's not very clear. When you get to the house, you'll see they have a garage and the track runs to the right of it.
Yes, we are going the right way. Oh. Okay, so we're going to carry on up this farm track here, past Hulme Hall, and then take a right. The path does continue. If you carry straight on, you come out on the lane, and then eventually, just a little bit further on, is Allostock, which again, it's another place we've visited before.
On the map, this is marked as Hulme Hall. The original timber-framed manor was surrounded by a moat, which you can still see here, circling what's now a modern house. The old hall has long gone, but the moat and bridge remain, quiet traces of a medieval homestead in the middle of the Cheshire countryside.
Oh yeah, the old bridge.
It's time to turn off right. Just follow the left-hand side of the field. You'll reach a little bridge over to the next field, and then again stay on the left-hand side of it. Just carry straight on, and eventually we'll get through to Snig Hall. You might have noticed the breathlessness today as I've been running. I have good days and I have bad days, and today was a bad day. As I've talked about before, I have microvascular angina, but I've also got a bicuspid aortic valve and an enlarged aorta. The valve is probably just starting to fail. And unfortunately, at times now, I'm getting pain in my chest that doesn't go away. And then if I go and run, I will be breathless and the pain will get worse and worse and worse until eventually I have to stop. And yes, I had to stop today. And afterwards, after this, I wasn't able to do any exercise for 4 or 5 days because just the pain just continued at a high level. That's just life. How much longer am I going to be able to be the run adventurer? I don't know. I'll be the run adventurer as long as I possibly can.
I'm about 3.5 miles in now, and I've got pain. Exercise is good for me. It's good for my heart. But I've got to be honest, when I'm out here in the middle of nowhere and I have this pain here, I can't help but wonder whether that bicuspid aortic valve is calcified and failing, which is causing my aorta to expand. We know it is. And whether this exercise might exacerbate that, might hasten it. So I'm just having a little walk till the pain abates. Maybe the run adventure is going to become the walk adventure eventually. I'll keep going though. Dogged determination, you know. Never say never. Here we are. All very posh now around here. Okay, all done. A smidge over 4 miles, and we've come out at Snig Hall, back in the village. Take a right round the corner, back to where we parked. We'll carry on back to that pub we started at. Take care, folks. See you all next time.